everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Zog. This week, what I want to talk about is the footage that I found from a film that I made just before Christmas. It was a project that came out of pretty much nowhere. I wanted to write an episode of the Knob Mouse Show, which is on my other channel. I'll link to it here. And what actually happened was the show turned into a script for a short film. Basically, I was trying to make an episode about how to make a film, and I ended up making a film about how to make a film because it seemed to work quite well. And I actually thought I'd got rid of all of the footage, but I found some of the footage that we lost. I thought I'd just show you some of the background information on how you make a film. So it's little bits of outtakes, a little bit of behind the scenes footage, and it's just a little bit, and I thought it might be interesting from the point of view of if you've never done a film before, this is how you do it. So let's have a quick look at some of these outtakes. How are you doing down there? You alright?
I've got a cramp and my knee hurts, but I think we did alright there.
Yes, Jennifer's animating Bluey the Nose for this one.
Oh yeah, well I'm not in position now. Where's his hands gone? I can't do it.
This is the bit where I'm basically going to be talking to you, but we're not going to have any dialogue because I'm doing the voiceovers. Mm-hmm. Okay. For some of the scenes, because it's a film noir that we're doing here, we need to be a hard-drinking detective. So we've got ourselves an empty alcohol bottle. Now, we could use alcohol for this, but it's probably a good idea when filming that you don't. So what we've done instead is I've made some very weak tea. We're going to pour it into here, and when it's on the film, it'll look like a bottle of alcohol. Just pour it. You've got to be gentle. There we are. Now that looks like a bottle of alcohol. It'll probably taste foul because it's very weak tea with no added extras, but there we are. Looks like an alcoholic's dream, doesn't it?
And the monster, maybe he should be like Spam.
Okay, I'm going to do all the voiceovers at the same time that we're here.
Okay, let's just get them done.
Yeah. This case was starting to feel bigger than me, almost too big. I decided I needed to take a walk.
Hey you the one that's asking about films?
You're too late, Huggles. I've just about wrapped this one up. And the end. Thank you, baby.
So do my voices sound like me doing a funny voice, or do they sound like different people?
They sound a bit like different people, but to a certain extent, they're like you making a funny voice.
Oh, right, so I'm not as good as I thought I might be.
No, you're right. I need to sit at the table, reading through some paperwork.
Okay.
For a bit, and then look up, and then we need to see that there's a client, and then basically I need a side shot of me talking to the client.
I'll go and get the client.
Okay. I've spent an entire afternoon acting against stuffed toys. This must make me a serious Shakespearean actor. Thanks, Bluey. You've given me a lot to think about here. That was so cheesy. Thanks, Bluey. You've given me a lot to think about here. Thanks, Bluey. You've given me a lot to think about here. How's that?
And come.
Okay, I hope you found that interesting, and it's one of those things where when you make a film, you end up with these little bits of footage, and sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're just interesting, sometimes they're just bits. But I think the bit about making prop alcohol was quite interesting, and it worked out really well in the film itself, where you really, really can't tell that it's not alcohol and it's actually just tea. So I thought that was pretty cool, especially since we had a budget for this film of basically 0 pence. It's just one of those things. Anyway, that's the main part of what this program is about, and now I've been a hobbyist in collecting games for a while, but I've really started to pick up on it over the last couple of months, and I thought I'd just show you my latest retro game haul, and as part of my challenge, I've tried to collect these games for as little as possible because I don't want to be spending huge amounts of money on games that I'll play once, add to a catalogue of games that I've got in my collection, and then put onto a shelf and possibly never look at again, because that's kind of what happens when you collect games rather than just play them obsessively. Because I haven't played games obsessively for quite a while. But anyway, these are my retro game haul for this week. Let's have a look. Hello again and welcome to another retro game haul. Today I have been back to CEX and I've basically cleared out all of their £1 or around £1 titles. So we're going to have a look at them today, and this is probably going to be the last time I can do that from my local shop, because I did ask them if they had any more in stock just in the back room, and they said absolutely not. Everything for PlayStation 2 they had it on the shelves, so basically I've almost cleared them out of what titles they have. So let's have a look at what I've got. Now, again, like I said on the last episode, I've been trying to build up my collection with the titles that are going to be difficult for me to find later on because they weren't very popular, basically. Or they were really popular, but no one's really kept them. Stuff like the annual FIFA and things like that. So we're going to start today with a copy of Gun. I got this for 75 pence. I've left all of the prices on these ones to show you what I got them for. And this one, it's in a pretty good quality case, actually, now I look at it. It's a few marks here and there which you can clean off, but all over, it's not bad. No manual, however, but we do still have the Activision bump that's in there. And the CD, how's this? A couple of slight scratches, so all in all, not bad. I'll need them to find the manual somewhere at some point, but for 75 pence, I am not going to complain for that. I'm going to give that a try later, because it might be interesting. Now, this one I got last time, but they had another copy that they found. So, Medal of Honor Frontline, this time it's got a better quality case, so basically I'm going to be trading up the case, and a couple of bits of bump, but no manual again, so basically it's remained stuff that they've had for a while. But the disc is fantastic condition. I can count 4 scratches on it, so it's been kept in decent condition, and I think that's going to be a nicer copy of the game compared to the other version that I got the other day. And again, I got that for 75 pence. Now this one, I was amazed at. I don't know how they can make it. They probably aren't. They're probably making a loss on this. It's International Golf Pro, and if you look at the price, 5 pence. 5p for this. I couldn't believe it. So let's have a look at it. The case is in, well, it's used condition. It's got a few scratches and grazes here and there, but I'm not going to complain for 5p. A manual, the manual's damaged. It's got a bit of a, there, you can see it on there. It's got a bit of a bend in it, but I can probably sort that out, to be honest with you. And the game itself, a couple of scratches, but for 5p, I am not going to complain whatsoever. The slight damage on the case, just there, it goes in a little bit. It's like a bit of a gouge, but for 5 pence, and it's a game I didn't have, so it adds to the collection. I am quite pleased with that. Now, High School Musical Sing It. Yeah, it works with the SingStar microphone, so I can actually play this because I'm pretty sure I've got a complete set of SingStar that was available in the UK. I was working on them a couple of years ago. So I can add to this now for another one, 5 pence. 5p for a game. The box itself, a couple of dents, but other than that, it's pretty good condition. No manual, but can't complain in that respect. And the game itself is in moderately good condition. I mean, a couple of scratches here and there. I think that's a very good deal for 5p. My goodness. Now, here's another one. Going back up near £1, 75 pence. Smuggler's Run. I remember seeing this around at the time and thought, that looks quite interesting, but never got it, because back then I could barely afford the PlayStation 2 myself, never mind the games. I think I had 3 games for about 8 months for the entire console, and now I'm picking them all up. So, slight dents here and there on the cover, a couple of grazes, so not bad condition considering the age. A manual that looks like it's hardly been used at all, a couple of dents in it, but nothing I can't smooth out. And let's have a look at this. The CD itself, bit of dust, bit of grime, but I can clean that up. Yeah, a couple of scratches, nothing much. So all in all, not bad. I've never even heard of this one, Stuntman Ignition. Maybe some of you have heard of it, I haven't. But the case, nice condition, 75 pence, I'm not going to complain. Again, the manual, it's got a couple of little dents on the top, but nothing bad, so it's pretty good condition. And the game itself, it's got a bit of grime on it, but yeah, it's not bad condition either. So for 75 pence, you can't be robbed, can you? I'm actually really, really pleased with this haul. I am very, very happy. Now, this one I've got on Xbox, and I love it. It is a fantastic game. I recommend, if you get a chance to play The Thing, play it. Regardless of what console you've got, get a copy of The Thing. It is an immensely intense game. Now, I paid £1.50 for this one because I wanted it to say I've got it on both PlayStation and Xbox. The cover itself has a couple of dents and a couple of scrapes on it, so it's used. No manual, I'll have to pick that up at some point. And the game itself has hardly been used. So, all in all, it's a really good deal for £1.50. I am very happy indeed with that. Although I will get the manual to complete it because I really want to. 25p for Lotus Challenge. Now, this is one that actually was in a black dented case when I was down in town, but the version of CEX that I have had a copy of Doom 3 on the Xbox, but didn't have the manual and didn't actually have the game. They had a copy of Doom 3's expansion in the box for Doom 3 in a PlayStation box. So basically, it was just a Frankenstein's monster. So I asked them if we could swap the damaged box for this, and they said, yeah, no problem at all. So now I have in a nice, good quality blue case a copy of Lotus Challenge for 25p. I mean, the case isn't the best. It's got a couple of dents on it, but I'm not going to complain. Oh, there's my receipt for all the stuff I got today. And the manual looks like it's hardly been looked at all. I'm really impressed by that. It's just not bad. Let's see if the game's in the same condition. Hardly used. The game's hardly used. Good condition manual. I've got a good quality box for it. 25p. I'm going to have a good bit of fun with this. I think that'll be a nice one to play. So I'm really impressed. Getting further through it. LMA Manager on the Xbox. When I was younger, I think I mentioned this last time, I played Football Management. Actually, no, Football Manager was on the Amstrad. I played Championship Manager on the PC with my dad for years and years. We played Football Manager as well a bit. So I like management games. Now, this manual here has writing on it, so it's damaged. But the box, I could probably get that cleaned off. Aside from that, it's perfect condition. This is really wonderful. Just a shame that they've written on this because aside from that, this manual looks unused. And let's see if the game is also in that condition. The game has been in the console a couple of times. You can see from a couple of scrapes here and there, but all in all, that is a good condition disc. So, for 75p, I am very happy with that one as well. I'll give that a try later on. I do like football management games, even though I don't really play football. Now this one I got, I'm not a massive golf fan, but I do like Wii Golf, and this was 50p on the Wii, so I thought I'd give this a try. It's Tiger Woods PGA Tour 9 All Play. Don't know it, I don't know if it's good or not, but I'll give it a try for 50p. Good quality box, it's got a bit of wear and tear, and a bit of dust and dirt even. The manual itself is, it's been read, I can tell because it's got a couple of creases in it, and little marks here and there, but I'm not going to complain too much for 50p. And the CD is almost totally untouched. So, all in all, I think that was a very good deal. I'm happy with that one. Let's put that aside and look at the final one in this set. Now, I already have this one, FIFA 6, FIFA 06, even 2006, but the case is slightly better quality, and the manual looks good, the bump that goes with it's looking good, and the disc itself is not bad quality at all. So for 10p, I've got an upgraded copy of the game, and I can use that DVD case if I want to repair another game, which is exactly why I bought it, to be honest with you. So because these are the ones I picked up the other day. Now these aren't from the £1 or less challenge that I've been doing. These are another set of games. The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. I've got this one for £7. And the reason I got it is because I really want to play this, and I'm not willing to spend 30 odd quid for a Game Gear game. Not Game Gear. For a Game Gear. Apparently I'm not free. Awake. Let's try that again. I didn't really want to spend about £30 or something like that for a GameCube game that I could get a Wii copy of for £7. I mean, eventually, if I decide to do a complete set of GameCube, which I'm not entirely sure I will at the moment, I will have to pick it up. But I wanted to play a Zelda game. I've never played a Zelda game. And yes, you can mark my gamer card for that if you want to, but you gotta remember, I was a Sega girl. I had the Game Gear and the Mega Drive. I didn't go for the Nintendo until GameCube came along. And the only reason I went for GameCube is because my housemate at university had one. I thought, hey, that's a really nice console, I'll give it a try. So I got one. So for £7, what we got here? A good quality, couple of marks on it, but not too bad. Case, pretty good quality. The manual itself doesn't look like it's been read. It's, I don't know, a couple of marks on the back, but basic wear and tear. So that's really good quality. It's still got a bump inside with Zelda and things. Not Zelda, Link. Why did I make such a rookie mistake? Link's the guy. And the game looks like it's maybe been played once or twice. And that's it. So for £7 I was going to have it because I want to actually try this game out. So I was very, very happy with that. And then, for the rest, these weren't in the £1 challenge. I just wanted to try and complete some sets. So, I got myself a copy of Lord of the Rings Return of the King on the PlayStation. I already have this on the Xbox. I love it on the Xbox. But I wanted to complete the Lord of the Rings set for PlayStation 2, so I decided that I would get it. So, this cost me £2.50, and the case has a dent on it and a mark there, but aside from that, it's really good quality. The manual is slightly bent, but I'm going to basically just straighten that out with myself. But get a couple of things and put it on top, weigh it down, see if I can get it into good condition again. And the disc itself, unplayed. This doesn't have a mark on it as far as I can see. So for £2.50, I think I got a pretty good bargain there. Really, really happy with that one. And then I went on and decided I want to complete the Matrix set. I've got all the films, I've got the Animatrix, I got Enter the Matrix the other day, and now I have Path of Neo. Again, £2.50, but the box looks like it's basically just sat on a shelf. There is not a mark on this. It is amazing quality. The manual, I don't think this has been looked at, to be honest with you. It's fantastic quality. The extra bump still in the case. I honestly started to think when I was looking at this, has this game actually been off a shelf? Is this just remained in stock? And then I looked at the thing, and it has been played. There's a couple of scratches here and there, but nothing that stops it from loading as far as I can see. So, my goodness, £2.50. I thought, I can't be robbed for that. Finishes off Matrix set. And then I decided that it was a good idea to go for the Final Fantasy one since they had them there. So I got myself a copy of Final Fantasy X-2. Again, there's one dent on the box. But aside from that, it looks in perfect condition. The manual is here, and I think it's been read. It's got a couple of creases in it. So it's been read once or twice. And the disc is here. The disc looks pretty good condition. It's used, but it's pretty good condition. However, it is the platinum version of the disc in a full price version of the game. So someone has traded up, I think, basically. Or traded down. I don't know how. But fantastic for the price. Again, I think it was, what was it, £3? I wasn't going to really complain too much. I'll end up getting a copy of the original disc just so I've got a complete proper set for that one. But I'm trying to do the Final Fantasy set on the PlayStation at the moment. I'm looking at a couple of copies of Final Fantasy XI. One actually with the hard drive, the Sega hard drive. So I think I may end up picking that up once I get paid. Because it's a little bit more pricey than everything else. So we've got here Final Fantasy XII. And the disc... The case has a couple of marks on it, but nothing too major. Dent here and there, so it's not the best quality, but the case is damaged. So what I'm actually going to do is switch this over with the FIFA game to make a proper, decent quality package here. The manual, again, it's been read because there's a couple of small creases in it, but it's been read with care. And the bump that comes with it is still there. So, all in all, that's a really good copy as well. But, again, the disc is the platinum version in the full price thing. So something odd's going on. Platinum disc. But, look at that. there's a couple of bits of dust on it, but I can't see any marks. Aside from that, this is an unused version of the game. So I don't know what's been going on, but for £3.50 I thought I'm going to have that and I'm going to add it to my set. So I'm getting close to a set of PS2 Final Fantasies now, which is really nice. And then, last but not least, True Crime Streets of LA, which I picked up for £1, so it was part of the pound challenge. And yeah, the box has got a few scrapes on it, it's been used, and there's no manual, and the box has this mark on the inside. But for £1, I'm not going to go and complain. Again, it's an oddity, it's a platinum disc in the full price box. But only used a few times, a couple of scrapes, not much. For £1, I'm not going to complain, and I've said with the others, I'll work out where I can get a copy of the original game and finish the set properly. But for all that, I've probably spent about 20 quid on that set. I'm not going to complain. Also, I've got a couple of Game Gear games on the way because I've won a couple of bits. So I've got Axe Battler coming. I'm looking forward to trying it out. Apparently it's the Zelda style, but Golden Axe. So I'm looking forward to that. And there's another couple of auctions ending in an hour or two, which I'm hoping to get to add to the set. So the Game Gear collection is coming along as well. And once I get those, if I win both auctions, if I don't, I'll just talk about Axe Battler. But if I do, then I'll be able to talk about that on the next episode. But until then, thank you very much for watching. I hope you did like this. And if you did, remember to click the like button, share it with your friends so that they can see another retro collection. And remember, if you're wanting to get into the 128-bit era, that's the GameCube, the PlayStation 2, and the Xbox, the original Xbox, look in your branches of game, because right now, those are going as almost remained in stock, apart from a couple of the pricey GameCube games. Almost remained in stock. People aren't buying them, but they will be in a few years, because you've got to remember, the kids that had those consoles as their first introductory console, the same way that we had the Mega Drive or the SNES or the original Nintendo and things like that, they're coming up to the age where they'll start having a bit of money themselves, and they might want to try and collect the same way that we're collecting. So if you get in now, you have a bit of an advantage. But anyway, that's just a bit of advice from me and a few people on the Retro Computing Club as well. And that's really all I've got time for, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you did like this. Remember to click the like button, share it with your friends, and do subscribe for future videos, because there will be more in the future. But until next time, I've been Kirk-Robinson. You've been watching an episode of The Zog on ZJKR, and I'll see you next time.